Right, so following on from our last couple of videos, I've had a few queries just about to clarify one or 2 points. Now, if you think back to the video about a week or so ago about pension payments, now people were asking when is the best time to make these pension contributions. Now, the IFA guys might dive in and say different to this, but for me personally, although you can make a £60,000 in 1 year payment, I personally wouldn't do that in 1 month because for 2 reasons. So I think a better way of doing it is if you commit to a regular monthly payment of say £2,000 per month, and then at the year end, if there's sufficient funds in the company, etc., you can then top it up to the 60,000. For 2 reasons really. Obviously you don't know what's going to happen, so you wouldn't want to commit to paying all that money into a pension and then find that the business struggles if you've got a bad debt or something. So you might want to consider that. Also, if you're making lump sums just in the year at the final month of the year end, you only get the market on that day or that month. So if the market's particularly high that time, you're not going to get as much value for your £60,000 as if you would if the market was slightly lower. So I just think by paying in regular contributions every month, that sort of irons that issue out, and that it's sort of, the ups and downs of the market are sort of ironed out by paying in monthly, and then you can make a top-up payment in the year end, at the year end. So when to do it, so in a limited company, you would have to have the money in before your financial year end. So if your year end was December and you decided on how much you were going to pay in, you need to be speaking to your IFA, arranging all the paperwork and payment to be made before the end of December. Now, I like to think we're relatively proactive with our clients, so we sell our service on like a monthly service plan type arrangement, and through that, about 80% of our clients have a what we call the year-end tax review built into their plan. So we would sit down with them in month 10 or 11, see, obviously by then we would have a good idea of what the year looks like, what the likely tax liability is, and then if we can sit down with the client and see if they want to do any strategies to mitigate their year-end tax. So it could be if they're planning on, buying some assets, we can maybe bring that decision forward. If they're going to do the pension thing, we can do that. So just like a lot of these opportunities expire once the financial year end comes around, so you can't sort of do them retrospectively anything. So that's why we just find the pre-year end tax meeting in month 10 or 11 is a good thing to have, and it just makes sure the company's trading as efficiently as possible and paying the correct amount of tax that's due. So if you don't get that level of service where you're at, if you find these videos helpful, please like and share. Always get in touch if you would like to discuss anything with me. Okay, cheers.